that this bolt that spans from the inside of the C-clamp all the way along, and you can see the middle of the span here, into this shaft that it enters into, needs to generally be lengthened. In other words, it needs to be unscrewed from this shaft in that direction toward the round wheel over here in order to lengthen this span right here, so that when you close this handle, it extends far enough to give a very firm lock. Firstly, loosening this nut until it's in the middle of the span. Then we're going to come back behind here and spin the bolt head, effectively causing the bolt to push out further that way. Alright, so we're back in here. Now I've got a rubber glove on my finger in order to kind of make my finger more sticky against this metal bolt head. And you can see that you can just simply turn it with your finger to lengthen it. And as I turn it on the inside of the C-clamp here, you can see the nut spinning on the shaft, so you know that the whole bolt is turning. You can also see this little gap here lengthen a bit as I do that, or a lot really. So now we've lengthened it, and when I go to lock it in place, it's much more firm, and there's that little bit of a movement that happens over that final bit, and so that's really firmly locked in place. So you want to get it tightened to an extent where this is and make the bolt stay in place and not vibrate out, is we're going to put some of this Loctite thread locker in to this area right here where the bolt goes into the sleeve to the left from where I'm positioned right now. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to extend the bolt further out than it needs to go, so that it's too far out and can't clamp. And then we're going to put the Loctite in that little section there. Then we're going to screw the bolt back in to the post in that direction to get the right length and effectively put the Loctite into the shaft there, into the sleeve. And then we're going to let that set for the manufacturer's recommended period of time, which it says it starts to cure in 5 minutes. Probably best to just leave it overnight. And so that's what we're going to do now. So here's the product, and it's quite liquidy. Squeezes out of the tube. It's blue. Looks like that. And we're going to put some in to this area right here. Just like that. Enough to go around the threads on both sides. And then we're going to do what I said we would do, which is to back this back into the post until it's snug, and I think I'll err on the side of a little extra snug on that. So that's pretty good. You can see how it requires a little effort to snug it in. I'm going to just leave it just like that. That should do it.